fucking Super Mario 64. Even though they made the HD graphics better, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not the HD. They made the polygons better. They made it a little bit more HD. It still kind of looked like shit. But that shit's running on the emulator.
So it's only backwards compatible with PlayStation 4 games.
Oh yeah, actually, that's fine enough. I mean,
so I could play Ghost of Tsushima on there.
I mean that's on Xbox.
Is it? No, I swear it was a PlayStation exclusive.
I believe that's on Xbox, bro.
Really? I might actually grab that.
Yeah, like as far as I know, you can get it right now.
I swore somebody told me that shit was PlayStation exclusive.
I don't think so. It should be. Is it?
Yeah. It's by Sucker Punch. Yeah, aren't they like under Naughty Dog or some shit, or they're like a
I know they're
branch
the ones that
off
made
of
like
them?
Infamous and shit.
Yeah, they're a PlayStation developer. Yeah, it's exclusive.
Oh shit, my bad, bro. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I was sure it was, because there's a few games that have came out recently. Like Sekiro was I'm pretty sure both.
Yeah, but that's made by From Software.
Yeah. Sekiro was on all platforms. Well, Xbox and PlayStation 4. It was third party technically. So that's where like my confusion came in with that too. Like I thought Ghost of Tsushima was gonna be on both too.
Dog, my nose is killing me.
But I'm not sure. I never followed it right from its like the very first news of that shit. So some people might have known it was going to be PS5 exclusive from the get-go, or I mean PlayStation 4 exclusive from the get-go. I don't know though. I'm glad they priced the Xbox Series S so low though, so that it'd be easier if you want to get both though. Because like, say you're a Xbox person like me, but you really want a PlayStation 5 because you want to play Crash or any of the new games that they're supposedly coming out with. Like I said, my first system that wasn't a Nintendo system was the PlayStation 1. So I have fond memories of playing PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 2.
I mean, I have fond memories of playing PlayStation 1. It's like shit. One of my most favorite games from that whole genre was this game like Tenchu or something like that. It was a ninja game.
I know exactly.
You had the grappling hook. And I just remember that game being like low-key hard, but it was fun as fuck.
Yeah. It was like Tenchu Silent Assassin or some shit.
Yeah,
Stealth
something
Assassin. I know exactly what game you're talking about. My favorite game from PlayStation 1 is a very like obscure ass game. It's called Toomba.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Toomba actually. You ever heard of Turok?
Yes, I had that on N64.
Yeah, they remade that for Switch. I low-key thought about getting that game. It looked pretty fucking fun.
Toomba was so fun, bro. It was like a platform game, a platform adventure game with RPG elements. That shit was lit as fuck. I would totally replay that today. If I could find that game, I would buy that shit. 1 and 2. That's why I would hope. Yeah, so Xbox only has 2 systems.
Okay.
Yeah, so they definitely undercut them on the lower system. That's all it was. They literally just undercut them. We had our facts mistaken earlier.
Yeah. I mean, shit, but either version of the PlayStation 5 is going to be able to have that 8K, but only this one's going to, the Series X is the one that's going to have the 8K for Xbox.
That's why I see them driving their sales towards this more than this. Like, it seems like they made this to incentivize people to get that.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, it's like, damn, I could get the Series S for cheaper, but I won't have all the shit that the Series X can do.
You know, that's what I'm a low-key debate, because like I said, since I have Wi-Fi, I could do the all-digital version, but you know, I like physical games when it comes to especially a home console.
See, me, I don't really care. Like, I used to love the idea of having a bunch of fucking games and cases around, but like, the way my lifestyle has been, like, I don't really like that idea, like, as of lately. Like, I've lost games and gotten games damaged from having that shit. Like, just moving around so much and shit. That's one of my favorite ones of those memes.
I mean, I feel that. I don't know. I personally like the whole idea of having a big ass collection. That shit just.
Plus, now that you have to download games before you can play them anyway, it kind of defeats the purpose of me having a disc now. Like, back when I could just pop a disc in the fucking system and play. Yeah, like back when you could just pop a game in the system and play that shit right out the package. I love having disc games. That was the shit.
Yeah, true. Like, with that logic, you're right. It does kind of take away from the point of having a disc.
Yeah, like, I gotta install it either way now. And then, if I install it from the disc, if I don't got the disc, I can't even play that shit.
Whereas if I do it digitally, as long as I have that account.
Exactly, I always have that shit.
It's just like with my Nintendo account right now. I can log into a whole new Switch.
Exactly. Low key, when you get the new Switch, if you get that bitch, you could probably log into that bitch and still have all your games from your Switch on that bitch.
I mean, yeah, literally, like,
I feel like that's what niggas what we did.
See, the only issue is I have to format my memory card so I can re-download everything. Because once you put it in one Switch, it only works for that Switch. You gotta format it. Yeah. But I thought about buying a new memory card anyway, because I only got 20 gigs left in my 256, so I need a 400 now. Unless there's one in between 400 and 256, but I don't think it is.
Right, I don't know. It'll be odd if I had like a 325 gigabyte memory card, 350 or something.
I think they should, because 256, they go from 128 to 256. While that makes sense mathematically. So the next step up would be...
Yeah, like 325.
370 something, technically.
Maybe.
But then that would be, the 400 would have to be like a 5 something, you know. But either way, it was still like at least 300 gigs, like a flat 300 gig memory card. That makes sense to me.
Horrid Henry's Gross Day Out. What the fuck? What kind of cartoons they be having these kids watching?
Man, I don't even know. But I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say about the shit for today, at least. How about you?
So wait, let me see that picture that you showed me just recently.
Hold on.
I can make a few points that I wanted to make real quick.
Now I'm about to search back through Facebook and find it.
I could probably just Google it.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, I could just Google it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to look at a side-by-side comparison. Here we go. Damn, my bad. Fuck.
Shit, you good.
Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Here we go, side by side comparison. I'm mad I can't find that exact one that you found earlier. That was a really good one.
I know. Did I share it?
I'm gonna just
Of course
put
I
it in
didn't fucking
IGN.
share it.
Of course not. That wouldn't work.
I just hate that it don't, like, you know, the same post don't show up. Like, nigga, you ain't even refreshed the feed. I do like that I'm still gonna be able to have the option to turn my fucking PlayStation on the side though. Personally, I rock with that the long way.
I've always liked how you could orient your system however you wanted. I thought that was kind of cool. I think it It makes so that everybody doesn't have to clear out a huge space in their fucking entertainment center if they don't want to. Like, you could just set it on its side so it takes up the least amount of space as possible.
Yeah, that shit's low-key pretty nice.
I swear it was just on IGN Facebook. Here it goes, right here. So it says it still has 120 frames per second. That's good. It has 4K support. That's the thing, though. It has 8K support, but it's $100 more.
Yeah, I don't. You know, that's my whole thing about it. Like, because at least both PlayStations support 8K, but it's just like, you know, do I want digital 8K? Do I want disc 8K?
Right. My thing is, it seems like the Xbox Series S is like really, like I said, going to be trying to drive their sales towards the Xbox Series X. Because why the fuck would I buy this 4K system when
I already have one.
right, I already have one. I could just get the 8K system for $200 more, or I could get a PlayStation 5 for $100 more.
Yeah, dead ass though.
Like, at this point, I feel like I would just get the Xbox Series X outright and probably get the PlayStation 5 digital.
I mean, you know, everybody straight up said, everybody was talking about that shit for a little bit though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because that, like, yeah, it's cheaper, so, you know, more people who can't afford the Series X might be more tempted to get that one. But it's like, really, you know what I'm saying? Most people will get this cheaper one thinking it'll just be like, okay, I just don't have a disk drive, and I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not really. Oh, I'm basically paying for a slightly upgraded Xbox Series.
The thing
Xbox
about
One.
it is, the only thing that would make me be like, I'll get a Series S is if that was going to be my main and only gaming console for like a year, just so I could get the new, or for a while, just so I could get the new games that come out on next gen. Like, there's probably going to be some games that are only going to be on the next gen consoles because the developers are developing it for next gen.
Yeah.
But other than that, aside from it having the 120 FPS capabilities, like, that only matters when you're playing online games like that.
I mean, they not gonna impress me until they do that shit that Sword Art Online got famous off of.
Oh, the fucking, that helmet shit?
Yeah. Like, put me in the game to the point where I'm laying there and in my mind I can make this nigga swing this big ass sword and cleave through a monster.
That shit will be fun. I feel like games are gonna get there eventually, but we might be a
I mean,
long
shit,
way from
they
that.
did that shit in Black Mirror, but they had those things in their head that let them tap in all that fucking internet shit.
Yeah, no, I ain't putting no shit in my brain. Fuck all that.
Hell no, nigga,
Nah,
just kill me with the press of a
inside
button.
my- exactly.
EMP
Fuck
gonna
that.
fry my ass. I'm good.
But yeah, man, that shit, to me, I don't know. I don't see the point of getting a Series S when I could just get the Series X. Like,
Yeah, no, dead ass. Like I said, I appreciate y'all trying to make this shit more affordable, but you kind of screwed your own pooch on that.
at that point, I would want a Series X and a PlayStation 5 digital to save money. Like, that way I didn't have to pay the whole $499 for a fucking PlayStation 5. Like, I want to play Crash Bandicoot. I want to play rumored, not announced, Spyro 4. Hopefully.
I don't know, because, you know, the way they tried to revamp Spyro whole series and shit, remember when they made it extra cartoony?
Yeah, the Skylander shit.
No, before it became the Skylander shit, when they added the female black dragon that was like Spyro's sister or new, you know what I'm saying, love interest, whatever the fuck. And then it went to
was that? Hold
Skylander.
up.
Yeah, that shit happened before Skylander.
Spyro.
I think, what was it, Enter the Dragon or whatever the fuck it was? Or
No, it can't be. Enter the Dragonfly was like PlayStation 2. Yeah, that's PlayStation 2.
Yeah, this shit was on like DS or Game Boy or some shit.
Nah, I remember Enter the Dragonfly. That one.
Well, no,
was
the one
fun.
I'm talking about that introduced the little female dragon bitch. I remember that shit.
It was probably like PlayStation 4 era.
No, it's not.
Spyro the Dragon. I have never heard of that. The Legend of Spyro?
Shit, it might be. I would just search Spyro that had female dragon. She was like a black dragon or something.
The Legend of Spyro. Video game series, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Nintendo DS.
See, I told you trying to say PlayStation 4. You're like, no, nigga, I know if it was a PlayStation 4 shit. That shit was back then when, you know what I'm saying, they was putting games on the DS.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation 2 and 3. It was when they were transferring to PlayStation 3.
Me and Dominique were just talking about how, like, all the fucking Disney games became hard as fuck after a while. Like,
the hardest Disney game is still that damn fucking Lion King game from Sega Genesis.
Oh, bro, I didn't even play that bitch. You know, they have that shit and the Aladdin game on Switch.
Was this shit really that bad? It don't look that... Like, the graphics look kind of straight.
They talk about that game being bad. I mean, yeah, because it was like the start of the deterioration of the series.
That's all the more reason why they need to go back to the numbered ones, you know?
Yeah.
Back to the original. Like, instead of doing all these off-brand spin-offs like they doing with Sonic, they need to go back to the core releases. Like, if you think about it, I don't think there's a Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
I personally just want to know why they keep doing all this Crash Bandicoot shit and not doing shit with, like, Spyro to make him better, or, like, you know...
Oh!
Or, like, Jak and Daxter, or, like... Because, you know, that's another thing. They revamping Ratchet and Clank, but not Jak and Daxter. Like, why? Like, I have nothing against Ratchet and Clank at all, but, like, why not Jak and Daxter, too?
Right? There's no Sonic the Hedgehog 5.
Especially since y'all giving that nigga Jak light powers and dark powers and shit.
They should bring that shit back for sure. Jak and Daxter, and they should bring it back to that, like, Jak 2, Jak 3 shit.
Oh, I've definitely played a remastered version of that trilogy.
Like, they need these games for the next gen, bro. Like, I'm so tired of these trash ass new IPs that they coming out with most of the time, bro. Like, where are the sequels that we've been waiting so long for? Wait, what are you showing me? Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Wait, what are you showing me?
Yeah, I seen that earlier, low key. I was like, that's interesting.
Bro. You know, all I'm saying is they remaking the wrong games, pandering to the wrong audience.
Dog, I'm saying.
I'm just saying, who asked for this shit? It's just like certain games I be seeing, like, who really asked for that?
I want to play. I want to play the Spyro Reignited. I just didn't want to buy it. Like, I don't want to pay for that shit.
Oh, bro, it's
right
been
now.
on sale so many times on the Switch, and I've never thought about buying it.
It's been on sale on Xbox, and I just missed the sale, or I don't have money when it's on sale. Like,
I just bought this game, Fury. That shit's low-key infuriating.
I'm dead. I believe that.
Deadass, like, and you know, they make it look like it's so easy to play, and it's really not. But they say it's one of those games where you gotta keep playing till you figure out the boss's rhythm, because it's like basically a giant boss rush.
Ah.
And it's just like, you know, that's fine and all, but at least give a nigga a little bit more of a tutorial before you just drop me into this action and shit.
You know what game would be dope? It would be dope if they announced a sequel for the next gen PlayStation.
What?
Shadow of the Colossus. If they announced the Shadow of the Colossus 2.
Oh, bro, when I realized that and that game, Echo, are basically the same, you know what I'm saying, the same universe.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
You know what I'm talking about when I say that game, Echo or Ico or whatever it's called?
Yeah. I didn't know that, though.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but you know how at the end of Shadow of the Colossus, that dude get turned into a baby?
Uh-huh.
That's what Ico is, like, after that.
Oh, shit.
Shadow of the Colossus was the prequel. Game designers, stop doing that shit. Stop releasing prequels after the original game has already came out. Or, you know what I'm saying, stop releasing the sequel or whatever you want to call it after the first game. Be like, oh,
Right, don't make the prequel first. It's not a prequel then.
Stop doing the timeline fucked up like that. This is why niggas be sitting up here confusing like a motherfucker.
Like if you make the prequel first, it's not really a prequel, is it? Like,
no, if you make the
sequel, isn't it just the first movie then?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so nigga, that I literally will hate that shit. Don't make one thing and then make another one that has that. This happened 100 years before this shit, so this is the prequel. And it's like, well, how you gonna release a prequel to a game that's already been out for like 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what you think we would have wanted that little bit of history first? Now you're just, and then what really killed me when they do games like that is that these prequels, they added new like shit, like new game mechanics, new technology, new weapons, new powers.
Yeah.
So it's like you basically telling me this nigga got weaker.
They was talking about some of the like
Batman Arkham Origins is a perfect fucking example of that.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be a prequel
to
all the.
About some of the Arkham games was like that.
Batman Arkham Origins is supposed to be the prequel to all the Arkham games. So you telling me all the gadgets and shit he had in that game, he loses, and just decides, you know what, this shit not working.
Right, I'm gonna come up with some whole new shit now.
Suck the blackest part of my dick. That is annoying as fuck. Like the whole Star Wars timeline. Like, nigga, first of all, that's another reason why I don't like Star Wars. Cause shit, I always say that's another reason. Like I never said the first reason.
My thing about that shit is, why would y'all make the movies out of order if y'all already knew y'all was gonna make more movies? Like, if y'all already knew y'all was about to make the whole story into movies.
Like, Star Wars been going on since literally the 70s.
In order. Why we get 1, 2, and 3 after 4, 5, and 6? That don't even make no sense. Why y'all tell the story from the middle? I never understood that either.
Dog,
I like Star Wars.
All I want to know is, why is it? What's y'all obsession with cutting off people's hands and shit? And, you know, making. Oh yeah. So my real thing about Star Wars is like the way they make people turn evil. Like, they don't gradually turn evil. It's just like a few little things they see no evil as fuck.
I mean, if you really think about it,
and my thing about it is, so it'd be the Jedis that turn evil, right? These motherfuckers supposed to be the ultimate motherfucker in patience, like compassion, all that good shit, right?
Right.
So why it take 3 fuck ups for this nigga turned over to the dark side, now evil? Like, he couldn't even be, he's not even trying to balance both. He's just, I'm straight evil now. Let me change my lightsaber color and shit and all. Lightning. Like,
I never understood that either, but
it's like a Jedi Academy games. You can use you can use dark side and light side powers, and still be considered a Jedi.
See, that's what they call
the gray.
Like, not canon though. Like, they would say that's not canon. They would just say that's game design.
I mean, but you know that's
to
just
make the game more fun.
But my whole thing about it is, logically, like, Anakin turning over to Darth Vader. Technically, we've seen all throughout all the movies his gradual descent into the darkness. So I'm not gonna say that shit happened overnight, but it's just like he went from savior, good hero, lieutenant, captain, whatever,
right,
to let me slaughter all these Jedi orphans.
That nigga really got mad because they wouldn't promote him to Jedi Master, though.
I'm just saying, like, y'all don't want to promote me? No more Jedis ever.
Right. At the end of the day, he got mad because they didn't want to make him a Jedi Master. So he's like, all right, if I can't be a Jedi Master, nigga, I'm going to be a Sith Lord.
And you know, that's my whole thing about it. It's just like, and then he didn't get revenge on Obi-Wan until Obi-Wan was an old man. Yeah, nah, bro. As soon as you remade him into Darth Vader, go get Obi-Wan right now. You not about to take this L and be my commander, nigga.
Bro, the whole thing about that, like, about the Star Wars shit, like, with Anakin, he was just using his Jedi powers in an evil way. Like, it's not like the Force choke is only a Sith ability. Yeah. That's just like he was using a Force push around niggas' throats.
Or technically a Force grip, like Force levitate. Yeah, I know.
It was like,
It's just like the Force Jam, which like breaks bones and exposes weaknesses or whatever.
yeah, it's like he was manipulating a light side power for evil
And
purposes.
then they only show the same 4 basic ass Force powers when there's so many other Force powers.
Yeah,
that
it is
use.
a lot of force power.
Like the thing I just talked, the Force Jam. You know what that does? Like if there's a crack in that wall right there, I could use the Force Jam to apply pressure and make that bitch expand even more.
Low key, I feel like that's in Jedi Fallen Order.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like think of like the battle implications of that. Droids already aren't shit to a Jedi, but that would really just be like bow.
Yeah,
I would just make 5 droids explode at once, or one big ass
If you
droid.
really think about that, that's really just like a more focused force push, though.
I mean, but you know that's my whole thing about it. It's just like so. See, for the art of tension, they make they always make it seem like these are insurmountable odds for the Jedi's and shit.
Yeah,
In reality, everyone knows one Jedi is like having an army.
Yeah, low key.
They even say that shit in every show.
That's why like 3 Jedis is a big ass deal, or 2 Jedis. Is
You know what I'm saying?
Deal.
It's like literally the fact that one Jedi, Star Killer, and this is canon in the Star Wars universe and the comics and shit, that the niggas can really pull out ships out the sky and shit. Like,
Yeah.
like nigga, the Force is strong enough to do that. So you trying to tell me that these thousands of robots are some shit to this nigga? I'm just pulling the ship in the sky like, ugh.
That shit's like an annoyance at the end of the day.
And then my whole thing about it, especially if it's more than one Jedi, hey, let's just pull that giant ship down and kill all these droids.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers, fuck them
with
at that point.
Jedi's, their thing is we don't want to kill all the people aboard. That's what really stops the Jedi's.
But they have no problem slashing a stormtrooper, even though they're all clones. They're people. They're alive.
But at the end of the day, they're bad guys. Like they're fighting
Now,
against.
and then that's another thing. Like when that Order 66 happened, I know, like you know, that's my whole. The morality of all these motherfuckers was just like, damn. So y'all just switched that quick. Like you've been around these people, like as stormtroopers, they were around all the motherfuckers all this time, and just instantly was like, all right, I'm cool to kill these niggas.
It's the fact that now they're defending themselves, so it's not immoral to, you know, do what you got to do.
But my whole thing about it is, you know, but the fact that the stormtroopers turn so easily, y'all been working with us for years, not even serving us, but working with us.
Them stormtroopers did turn easily as fuck.
And then Emperor Palpatine, like that shit, that nigga funny as fuck. Like, yeah, he's sitting around without the robe on, put on the hood, yellow eyes. I'm Emperor Palpatine.
That nigga.
Dark side, Darth Vader.
I don't even understand how they let that old ass nigga command.
I just want to know how nobody ever says that he had all that malice in him. But since we're rambling and stuff, I guess that's a good way to end today's podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Follow me on social media. Derek Illuminappy Ballard. Illuminappy NWO on Instagram. The Nappy Gamer 524 on Twitter.
You can follow me at Brad Spliff on Instagram. Fuck Brad Spliff with a V on Twitter. And you can just find me on Facebook. My like page is just named Brad Spliff.
My like page is Illuminappy Bastard on Facebook. Also, be sure to look up Brad Spliff on Google Play, iTunes, Tidal. Not Spotify yet. Spotify don't want us just yet, but we'll get there. And you guys have a good day.